right? With jobs and the industrial complex and all of that, the industrial revolution and all of that time, with Ford and them doing all the different things in America, prospering, building up neighborhoods and living in them, and trying to do their own thing, and a residue type situation of 40 acres and a mule, right? And what happened? This man came in here and broke up your family. Right. And now look, you look at the time from the 50s till now, and now look what happened. Right. Where our people are at. Single parent homes, majority of the men are in prison.
Yeah. Or effeminate.
Which are 13, basically they're slaves.
Yeah. 13 amendments.
Free slave labor. Right.
Cold-blooded situation. And all it takes is a couple of Google to see the situation play out. We had a family structure.
Hey, you can look at it before and after.
Yep.
Before you see the Israelite man, he got on a suit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He got his children, he got his wife dressed up, and they all happy in the picture together. Yeah. And then after that, you see another picture, and you see her throwing up the fist with the white woman.
Yeah.
And then the picture after that is her in an abandoned house with her 2 kids.
And a bonnet on.
With a bonnet on, no man.
Twerking.
And it's just, you can see like she looks depressed in the face.
Through.
Not happy. Defeated.
No, and in the background, you gotta have a man like this getting to the cop car. Yeah. Now this nigga getting so or holding hands with another man or some shit.
And that shows you that we, because the curses say that. That we would not enjoy our children, our wives would be
another man would lie with
another man would lie with them. Yeah. So that's not going on in these small hats communities.
Not to say it don't happen.
It don't happen, but how much?
It ain't known in
it ain't.
It's definitely not on the level.
It's not common.
It's not a common thing among
It don't. It's not. It rarely happens.
Because they have whole communities.
Yeah.
They have their own community, their whole own neighborhoods, and they own every fucking thing. It takes families to do that.
Right.
You can't be a broken family structure, but yet you're going to have all this organization.
Yeah. And all this generational wealth.
Marriage is even business.
I was just going to say, the family unit is a business.
It's a business.
And you prosper your business by connecting families, connection businesses, and then structuring your neighborhood and your living environment around that.
Yeah, they got whole neighborhoods and shit where, they work together. They family structure, it ain't, it's nowhere near as fucked up as ours.
It's not promoted on TV. On TV, they promoted the so-called black woman as single, strong, independent.
Yep.
And who was the writers? The small hats were the writers.
Yep.
They were the producers.
Good times and all that. Yep.
All them narratives that was being pushed, the writers behind that were them.
There was actually a Jake that wrote that show. He was writing a bunch of shit, but the small hat came in and took it over. I forgot his name.
He had to kill James off the show.
Yeah, that's what
Yeah. Because he was a strong black man. And don't act like we wasn't all scared of this dude. Like he was our daddy.
But that's how austere our fathers was supposed to be. They didn't take no shit. But you remove the father out of the household, then the woman, she's supposed to take on that role when she's emotional, impulsive, and how the kids gonna turn out? The same way, mainly the men.
Yep.
Impulsive, emotional,
And we was talking about last night. We was talking about how it was demonizing men in the film. Like we talking about the movie The Color Purple. That's when our women started to like really, because they looking at these things like Kevin Samuels called it the color purple syndrome. Women always generalizing black men as if we're all abusive. We're just no good, and we're violent and this and that. We're oppressive, and they got that imagery from movies like The Color Purple.
Right.
But who directed that?
Right.
Who brought it out was Oprah, but it was a small hat behind it all.
Steven Spielberg.
Yeah, it was Spielberg. Oh shit.
That was Steven Spielberg.
And this shows you how simple our people are. Even apostles that brought this out, like in a lesson, like a long time ago, they said it was just a movie.
Right.
It's just a movie,
Yeah.
but our people took on that they saw that imagery and they thought it was real. This is what I'm going through, or it's a movie. It's not real. It's fiction.
It was a rewriting of history.
Yeah.
Is what happened.
Yeah.
And then we took it on remembering our grandparents saw a little bit of it. They kind of remember the tail end of what was happening in those days, and they took it for history. That wasn't exact history. And then in these movies, especially a Spielberg movie, he loves to put you in the mood that he wants you to feel about a certain subject. With all them goddamn violins and
shit. It attacks your emotions.
Yep.
And Esau knows that our people are emotional.
Yep.
They
ready. They're smarter than Daniel.
Yeah.
They've done a diligent search. They know all about our people. You got it.
No, go ahead.
No, but that was the point.
That contributed to our women buying into that narrative.
Yep.
They was here go the serpent again, giving her those dainty, the deceptive meats, the toxic meats, putting out films like that, man. So you would think that this generation of women believe in that all the fathers that was in their children's lives were abusive to their mothers. Not to say that certain things like that didn't happen.
Yeah.
Men getting drunk and beating a woman and all that happened, but that was on a small level. That wasn't happening in every household.
Nah.
And I bet if you really went back and saw it, there was some back talk. It was something that caused it out of order.
Yeah, I said provoked.
Not to mention they stuck around.
Yeah,
They didn't
leave.
They didn't leave.
And still today,
But
the stats are 80% women leave a relationship over, than men.
I thought it was like 95.
And probably with Jake, just in general, okay.
that the divorce is promoted. Divorce and adultery are promoted within the Israelite household.
Yeah.
They push that shit towards our people. That whole culture. They push towards our. They don't push that towards Edomites. They try to keep their house together.
Push the promiscuity
Yeah.
and the licentious behavior. Push that on these people.
Yeah.
Hyper sexualize these people.
Yeah.
That way, marriages will never work out in that community.
And here's the other part. If a man is making that $100,000 mark, that all women feel a man should have, that they all want a 10 man, a man that's a 10, because they a 10, right?
Right.
Every woman is a 10, right? But what happens? I'm going to divorce this nigga in about 7 to 10 years. I'm going to have a couple kids, and I'm about to take half that money.
Yeah.
I'm about to rob this man.
Right.
That's really how it goes down.
And the state finna get the
And
other
they
one.
about to get the other part.
In the Edomite communities, J communities, they divorce that nigga. In the Edomite communities, hey, go to marriage counseling.
Yep.
Y'all can
Yep.
work it out.
Yep.
See how see if you can work it out.
Yep.
That don't happen.
Therapy.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, what happens? What do our women do? They leave that man and go get another
Here's the
sucker.
next one.
Yep.
Shit, you got that demon Bezos and Bill Gates, their woman left them
Yep.
and
Right.
took half the shit.
Right.
Yep.
You know?
That's Deuteronomy 30 and
Yeah.
7.
Billions of dollars from this
Yep.
shit, man.
And they ain't wrote one prescription.
Yeah.
Right.
For Jake, they ain't threw one touchdown, and wrote one rap lyric, freestyle, rolled one blunt, nothing, man. What these niggas to get all this money?
But that show you how.
Yeah.
But that show you how low level Bezos and
Yep.
compared to the elite.
Yeah.
Shit, you think a bitch gonna divorce Rothschild?
He
She ain't got no choice.
Don't even feel pride
Don't
in it.
even like what? Like okay, yeah, you divorce me. That's the day you die. Real shit, man. They're not divorcing no Rothschild or no
legal attachment.
DuPont.
You're the blood.
You're mine.
Yeah.
I own you.
You drank my blood. They are the rituals.
Yeah.
Right.
We've been a little funny about it, but this is not above the realm of what these low-ass people would do, and how deep the demonic vibration will go.
Yeah.
You said about the scripture, another man will lie.
I got it.
Hosea 3:3.
That's in
I
Deuteronomy
got it.
28.
I got it right now. It's the 30th verse. It says Deuteronomy 28:30. So thou shalt betroth a wife. You know what betroth mean, everybody, right? Let's Google it. Somebody grab it.
Okay.
Somebody grab it. That's an important word.
Yes.
Talking about,
betroth. Betrothed to promise to marry a woman.
Engaged.
Engaged. Yeah.
Engaged.
So when a woman's betrothed, that's pretty much your property. You put the down payment on it. They're just waiting on you to consummate through the act of sex. So that's you're engaged to her, or she's engaged to you. Or if you've consummated, it's the same thing. If you are married already, right? It's just the ceremony hasn't happened yet, right? Anyway, it says, "Thou shalt betroth a wife, and another man shall lie with her. Thou shalt build an house, and thou shalt not dwell therein. Thou shalt plant a vineyard, and thou shalt not gather the grapes thereof."
Man, that means like everything you try to produce, somebody else is gonna take it.
Someone's gonna reap the benefits.
Yep.
And that's what Kanye been trying to.
Yeah.
That's ultimately what he's exposing right now.
Yeah.
Everybody want to act like that's just it's just too.
It's twofold on
It's
Kim
too
too.
much.
Kim's using this system set up by the Jays to take this man down, to get off. She's done it. This is he's going to be the seventh guy, the fourth guy.
That you know?
That's we know
Yeah.
it, bro.
Yeah.
I mean that actually put a ring to legally have to give up.
I think it's like 3 or 4.
It's like 3 or 4, right? But she's known to have been with how many other ones?
Million.
Off the clock.
If we want to go by marriage,
Right, the legal.
like marriage according to the scripture, she probably on like
It's like 3 or 4, bro.
100.
That was it.
I'm saying.
Scripture, you said
Scripture, yeah.
Yeah. I'm gonna jump down real quick to go further with it. Verse 32. It says, thy sons and thy daughters shall be given unto another people, and thine eyes shall look and fail with longing for them all the day long. There shall be no might in thy hand. Because that law system, once they take your kids, once they give them to the woman, you can't get them back. They're not yours. Now, they're indoctrinated with her ideals and her beliefs. And where is she getting her ideals and beliefs from?
They're circling.
So you know, and it's funny, I'm kind of, I tease my kids, but it's a true statement. I'm going through it with them now. Trying to unwire all the bullshit that Esau done put in their mama head, and niggas shit that in their mama head that I got to unwire to put righteousness back in there.
Right.
Lucky, and I'm a lucky one.
Right.
Most of them grow up to be all fucked up,
Right.
you know? You got it.
This is Sirach 30:3. It says, "He that teacheth his son grieveth the enemy,
Yep.
and before his
And
friends."
they knew this. They knew this. That's why they set it up. Taking the father, we read the mission statement, get him out their household, get the connection from wisdom and the Most High out of there. Now they're going to be impulsive and emotional and full of testosterone and just be doing some random shit, man.
I mean, these are old tactics.
Yeah.
Every kingdom has done it. Every time Jay going in captivity, they've done it. It's just that this time, it's being done by the wicked.
Yeah.
And this
So
time,
they plan it out even
So
worse.
it's on a whole nother level. But it's an old tactic. You take the man out, the mighty man, you take them out, and the children and the woman, they're your spoils.
Yeah.
Those are spoils of war. You know, but going back to war with Amalek,
Yep.
these are the spoils of war to them. They get to indoctrinate our children and raise them in the ways that they want. You know?
Everything we've been talking about that they had their hands behind, this was all part of the plan. And this was all basically war tactics against you.
right,
War tactics.
So all it did was play into your further dysfunction.
Joining you,
It helped to destroy you, man.
joining with your movement, all was part of the tactic.
but I want to land back on what you said. You said in these times, we didn't have our heritage. You know, in the ancient world, we still had some point. If no father was there, you had an uncle, you had an elder, somebody to tell you, okay, these are the high holy days, these are our customs. In this society, we were stripped from our heritage. So when they took away the father, it was like you go on with, like the brother said, the serpent. All right, oh, these are our customs now. Oh, we celebrate Christmas, we celebrate Easter, we celebrate, you know, Thanksgiving and this, and this. So in these times, this captivity is way beyond worse than all the other captivities, because at least we had our heritage, at least we had the name of the Heavenly Father. We don't have none of that here. So that's what makes it that much worse.
Hey, and what's interesting is, you know, this is one of the reasons why the Lord didn't want He didn't want us marrying these other nations.